about study options in the United States and specifically at the University of South Florida. And before we begin, I just want to quickly introduce myself. My name is Rita Parker. I'm the Marketing and Recruitment Manager at University of South Florida. You may ask, well, what is INTO? INTO is a university partnerships of universities in the UK and the US, and University of South Florida is one of these partners. The INTO Center is part of the university. It's located on USF campus and runs programs that are specifically designed for international students to help you adjust to the new education system, to provide you with an additional academic language support so that you can feel confident and make the most out of your time at USF. And we will talk about differences between USF and into USF once we talk about admission requirements to our university. But I would like to begin this presentation with just key facts and general overview of the University of South Florida. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, University of South Florida, founded in 1956, located in Tampa, Florida. It is a large public Tier 1 research university offering programs for undergraduate and graduate students, hosting over 50,000 students and having very diverse international student body of nearly 5,000 international students from 147 different countries. So very large, very diverse university. And this is something that international students notice right off the bat. It really feels like the world came together on our campuses. USF offers over 200 bachelor's, master's, and PhD programs. And since 2018, has been designated by Florida Board of Governors and received the status of preeminent research university. Situated in our beautiful and diverse Tampa Bay region, USF has 3 campuses in Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, Manatee. Our main campus is located in Tampa, just 20 minutes outside of downtown. It is the largest of 3 campuses, hosting the majority of students, over 40,000. And think of Tampa campus experience. That's the campus that's going to provide you with that traditional big American university campus that you may see in the movies. But if you're a student who might be interested in a slightly smaller atmosphere, smaller group sizes, almost a private atmosphere, then campuses in St. Pete or Sarasota might be just right for you. If we talk about Tampa Bay area and destination Florida, just a few words to say here. Tampa is located on the west coast of Florida. The population of Tampa Bay is 3 million people. So it is the 18th largest metropolitan area in the United States. And our students definitely enjoy the urban setting of our university because it gives them the opportunity to take advantage of everything that American city life can offer. Our students do enjoy the mild year-round temperatures of about 27 degrees Celsius, quick access to beaches. The best beach in the United States, the Siesta Keys, is located just 30 minutes away from our Sarasota campus. We have 4 professional sports teams in Tampa, NFL, NHL, MLB, so baseball, hockey, football, and the soccer team. Tampa is located just 1 hour away from Orlando and Disney parks and a 4-hour drive to Miami. So again, lots of entertainment options in and around Tampa that our students get to enjoy throughout the year. In addition to that, Florida as a whole, as a state, has been named the best #1 state for higher education by US News and World Report. And not just once, but for the last 3 years. So this statistic is based on 2 main outcomes. affordability and student success, both of them very important. So if you're looking at study options in the United States, you're trying to find a university that can offer you good quality education at an affordable cost, then looking at universities in Florida is the right choice. And absolutely at USF, we have seen this trend. We have been part of this trend for the last several years. Our enrollment numbers have been growing. And this fall, despite the pandemic, we have welcomed our largest and also highest achieving class of 2024. If we talk a little bit about the city of Tampa and things that you can enjoy, well, the city of Tampa has been named the second best large college city by Wallet Hub in 2020. Again, lots of opportunities for students to enjoy themselves during the years of studies, but also find good internship opportunities. Tampa is very clean, modern, and outdoor-oriented city. It's one of the top cities in America right now where people are moving to, including younger generations like millennials. It's also been named the second best city for young entrepreneurs by Forbes and 11th best city to start your career. There are many corporations that put their corporate offices, operation offices in Tampa. So there are different industries like financial industry, IT industry, health, life sciences and health that are very dominant here in Tampa and in the region. On the other hand, Tampa is a very affordable city considering our coastal location. It is number 8 city with high paying jobs and low cost of living. So that's another driver for a lot of the American people, let alone international students, to seek being in Tampa and living here. If we talk about University of South Florida and our reputation, we're very proud to be considered America's fastest rising university for the 2nd year in a row by US News and World Report. So that ranking accounts for public universities, but also private universities. If you look at our trajectory and how quickly we gone up in rankings in the last 10 years, no other university in America can compare with University of South Florida. This year, we are number 46 among public universities in the United States and 103rd among national universities. And of course, this success is a testament to our top-rated faculty, to our talented students, to the quality of our academic programs. And what does that mean for somebody who is just looking to come to USF? Well, that truly proves that the value of USF degree keeps increasing year after year. At the same time, USF remains one of the most affordable universities in the country, not only for residents of the state of Florida, but also for international students. We're number 15th best value out-of-state tuition, 2019. So not only University of South Florida is one of the most affordable universities in the country, but also in the state of Florida, which is the most affordable state for higher education options. When we talk about USF, another feature, another fact about USF is our research focus. We run the high impact global research here at USF. USF is one of the only 2% of universities in the United States with highest research activity. Well, how do we estimate the research activity? Of course, in the amount of funding that university receives and spends on science. Last year, we spent over $500 million in research, investing in labs, new technologies, attracting new research faculty. And one more thing about research at USF is our focus on innovation and inventing things. We are world renowned for our scientific patents. In fact, we're number 16th in the world for the number of patents invented. So lots of inventions that are coming out of our institution. And again, USF is going a step further and not just trying to create science for the sake of science and getting into rankings, but really focusing on research translation, meaning turning this research into new technologies, companies, and products. So here at USF, the research really goes hand in hand with entrepreneurship. We have one of the best graduate school for entrepreneurship studies on USF campus, and really focusing on generating new businesses, helping students, both undergraduate, graduate students, to take part in these initiatives. Let's talk a little bit about our academic programs. At the University of South Florida, we have 14 academic colleges, and by colleges, we mean areas of studies. So we're a very extensive university that offer various programs from the arts and sciences, to business, to education, engineering. We have College of Marine Science, Marsani College of Medicine, College of Nursing, Pharmacy, Public Health. So strong programs in health, and Patel College of Global Sustainability. All these colleges, they offer both undergraduate and graduate options. At the undergraduate level, we have a mix of Bachelors of Arts and Bachelors of Sciences. Students can not only choose majors, but we have a very long list of minors that you can complement your program with. You can also seek degrees as double majors or take a certificate. So you really can tailor the program to suit your needs and make it your own and customize it in your own way. If we talk about the programs that USF is very strong in, these are of course STEM degrees. So about 45% of our undergraduate degrees and diplomas are given within STEM fields. And for those of you who may not be familiar with that, these are degrees in the field of science, technology, engineering, and math. So very strong in STEM. Our College of Engineering is probably one of the most popular colleges for international students. And we offer all fundamental engineering degrees, from mechanical engineering to biomedical, mechanical, electrical, and computer science sits within that. So IT, computer science, computer engineering, cybersecurity is also represented here. But besides engineering, USF is very strong in biomedical sciences, in chemistry, biology, in marine biology, environmental sciences, geology, geography. We also have the MUMA College of Business, which is actually the #1 destination for our international students. And at the undergraduate level, within MUMA College of Business, students can select among 9 degree options. We offer everything from more traditional accounting and finance, management and marketing, to more specific programs and more tailored programs like hospitality management, like personal financial planning, entrepreneurship and innovation studies, business analytics and information systems, a program that is probably the trendiest degree right now that really combines both science of business and computer science. But for those of you who are more into the arts, USF has some great options as well. We have College of the Arts that represents degrees in architecture, in studio art, in music, dance, theater, urban and community design. We also have a long list of offerings in humanities, like mass communications and information studies, political science, psychology, philosophy, and many other programs. USF is strong in the public health sector, offering programs both at the undergraduate and graduate level. So as you can see, you really have many options at USF. We're a very extensive university, and virtually any student will be able to take advantage of programs at USF. Whether you're someone who is looking for that very specific program, really knowing your career path and your career option, but also for those of you who may still be not sure about your career path and career options. These offerings, coupled with the flexibility of the US education system, will really allow you to explore your options, and you would have the opportunity to switch the major within the first year if you decide that the program that you chose is not the right for you and there is something else that you would rather study. So let's talk about our facilities. Being a well-funded university, our students can enjoy really great state-of-the-art facilities and access to the latest technologies. We have fantastic labs for students like the one you see here on the screen. It's a DFX lab. It's designed for X, the only one of this type in the state of Florida. This is the lab for our undergraduate engineering students. Our students absolutely love working on the projects in this lab. There are different stations here, from laser cutting to 3D printing and mini circuits, and lots of things that they can do on their own with minimal supervision. USF, on our Tampa campus, we have our research park, 420,000 square feet of research space with more than a dozen research centers. So some of the most interesting ones I put here on the screen, like Clean Energy Research Center, like Center for Urban Transportation Research, where our students along with faculty work on the autonomous vehicle. We have Nanotechnology Research and Education Center, and a lot of companies in the Tampa Bay area rent our facilities and equipment to get access to the technologies that we have. The Institute for Artificial Intelligence plus X, which works very closely with our Department of Computer Science and really exploring application of AI across multiple disciplines, from business to engineering, medicine, and beyond. Florida Center for Cybersecurity is housed on Tampa campus. USF Marsani Clinical Research Center is considered in the top 50 in the US. We have the Center for Assistive Rehabilitation and Robotics Technologies, where a lot of our mechanical engineering and electrical engineering students work on projects. Augmented reality, virtual reality studios, and even a lab for our business majors, Student Center for Marketing and Sales Innovation, which is considered the 5th largest behavioral lab in the world. And very interesting projects that our students do study there. Like, for instance, the one that they were working on last year was trying to learn how customers read the menu by using eye tracking technology and galvanic skin sensing technology. So really trying to get behind the science of cognitive and non-cognitive behaviors. So as you can see, USF is really a big university with big resources. And one of the other resources that we offer to students, and that is USF Career Services. So we really have strong focus on our student success. Our students are in the center of everything that we do at USF. When you first come to USF as an undergraduate student, you will automatically be enrolled in the job search course. So we start right and early with you, getting you on the path to first understand what is it going to take for you to have successful employment in the United States. You also would be able to take advantage of working one-on-one with USF career consultants. And we have a career consultant that is dedicated to working with international students. He was an international student himself at some point in time. Career consultants can help you build your resume, can help you with mock interviews, so prepare you for the interview, can help run some different psychological tests to see what type of environment you're going to thrive in, and ultimately help you with identifying an internship opportunities. If we talk about internships, we have co-op programs and internship programs available for virtually every major. And USF runs several career fairs across campus throughout the year. So we have 4 campus-wide career fairs, and in addition, some departments and colleges will run their own. So traditionally, we host one Once a semester, we host a career fair for engineering students, and several times throughout the year for business students. So again, lots of opportunities and lots of exposure to potential employers. Last year, we had nearly 800 employers who visited USF throughout the year. If we look at our international student success, we have nearly 1,500 international students that are currently registered on OPT. So those are graduates who are currently working in the United States. And our graduates are well employable across the United States. They're working in 46 different states. The majority of them, though, are staying in Florida, because why wouldn't you? Florida is amazing. You will see some of the companies where our international graduates are working, some big IT companies, financial institutions, distribution companies like Amazon. We even have one undergraduate student who landed a job at Harvard University after completing their studies at USF. So let's talk a little bit about student life. Of course, academics is the most important and the largest part of your time at USF. However, your true American university experience comes from the experience that you get here on campus. We have very exciting and vibrant student life. There's always something that's going on campus. At USF, we have over 700 students' clubs and organizations, including fraternities and sororities, international clubs and societies, professional clubs like Burs Honors Club or the Business Society, engineering clubs, advertising club, and so on. There's always something to do here on campus. And it also helps you to build your soft skills. So communication skills, leadership, networking, everything that you need in order to be successful in your career. USF is also big in athletics. We have options for students to play sports at different levels, including sports clubs, intramural sports, and the highest level NCAA Division I sports. And every major sport is represented on USF campus. We have baseball, golf, basketball, soccer, track and field, tennis, and even a sailing team that practices out of our St. Pete campus. Our students do enjoy a true resort style living when they live on campus. We have great amenities within our resident halls, quick access to pools, rec centers. We have 3 dining halls, over 30 restaurant options, and even a grocery store on campus. So truly the Tampa campus at USF is like a city within a city with everything that you will need to live and study. And so in this last section, I want to cover different options for you to consider if you're looking to apply and become a student at USF. Essentially, there are 2 pathways that you can take to be enrolled at the University of South Florida at the undergraduate level. We have direct entry route and international year 1. Direct entry is what it means, right? So the direct admission to top 50 universities in the US. It takes, if you look at the graphic, it takes about 4 years in the United States to complete the degree, and you would need to meet higher admission requirements to be accepted as direct entry student. If you don't meet that that academic profile for direct entry, or you would like to receive additional support with adjusting to life and study in the US, then you should consider international year 1 program, where it is not an additional time, but rather a more intensive program during your first semester or first year at USF. So you already can start earning credits towards your degree, and you would be able to graduate in 4 years. So there is no time lost. But with that, you would be getting unlimited tutoring support in any subject, as well as well-being, student services support, and other wraparound services. If we look at the criteria, specific criteria that you would need to consider in order to apply to USF, let's talk about direct entry. As a public university, we are going to look mainly at your grades and your test scores. So GPA is grade point average. This is the system that we use here at USF and in the US. It's a 4.0 scale for GPA, and the minimum entry requirement for direct entry is 3.0 out of 4. Students are also required to take SAT or ACT test in order to qualify for direct entry. And at USF, we use the sliding scale, meaning the higher your GPA, the lower SAT minimum you would need to meet. In addition to these two criteria, you would need to show proof of English proficiency with either IELTS, TOEFL, or Duolingo tests, or by meeting the English language minimums on your SAT. If you look at international year one criteria, you will see that we have more flexible admission requirements for students coming through international year one. Instead of 3.0, the minimum GPA is 2.5. We have lowered requirements for English proficiency on IELTS, TOEFL, and Duolingo. And we do not require international students to take SAT or ACT prior to starting the program. This is something that we help you work on and prep you for during your first semester or first year with us. So these are two different routes, depending on your academic profile and depending on the amount of support that you would like to receive as a freshman coming into USF. Lastly, I want to touch on the pricing. We already spoke about USF being an affordable university, considering, right? So here are the costs of tuition for 2 semesters at USF and essentially 1 year of study. At the undergraduate direct entry, the tuition for the year is $17,324, with additional expenses, including living expenses, insurance, books, and other. Your total expenses for the year would be about $37,000. For international year one students, the tuition and fees are slightly higher, $25,970. The first year of study would cost $49,000. Again, you're getting more academic hours, additional support along with that. And we have an option of international year one semester at $14,905. One more thing about costs is that at USF, in addition to already competitive pricing, we offer students scholarships. So qualified students can count for a scholarship in the amount of $1,000 up to $12,000 per year for all 4 years of study at the direct entry route, depending on your GPA and SAT. So as long as you meet the criteria and high criteria for GPA and SAT, you will automatically be considered for the scholarship and you can keep it for all years of study. If you're applying for international year one program, we do offer scholarships to offset the cost of this program as well, with maximum scholarships of $8,000 for the year and $4,000 for the first semester. All right, so this was very condensed information overview of USF, admission requirements, tuition, and costs. And I would like to end the presentation with a short video, just to give you a little bit of visual and see for yourself what it may look like for you to study at USF. And then we'll move on to your questions.
Rita.
University of South Florida. And as we say, go Bulls. Alper.
Can you talk about more regarding to international student scholarships in details?
Sure. Let me go back to the slide so you will have a visual here. So let's take a look at the scholarships column. We have the direct entry route and the international year one route. Both of these programs would offer you potential scholarships. If we look at the direct entry, we have a range of scholarship awards that you may be considered for. Between $1,000, this is the least that you can get, up to $12,000 with increments. So $3,000 and $6,000 in between. In order for you to qualify for a scholarship, we will look at your GPA and SAT. So depending on the combination of GPA and SAT, you may qualify for a scholarship. To give you specifics, in order to qualify for a $1,000 scholarship at USF, you would need to have a GPA of 3.3 and an SAT score of 1,180. So this is the bottom qualification for the lowest scholarship. For the highest scholarship, you would need to have your GPA at 4. Let me just reference so I give you exact number. Would be 4.0 GPA, so perfect GPA, and 1,340 on SAT test. And you would qualify for the highest scholarship of $12,000 per year. For international year one, as I said, the highest scholarship award for the year is $8,000 and $4,000 for semester. In order to be considered for a scholarship as an international year one student, we would be deciding with our regional offices. So you would need to work with Alper and his team to see what scholarship you may qualify for. So essentially, we will look at your profile, at your English ability, at your overall GPA, and we'll be making the decision based on that.
Okay, thank you very much. Guys, please don't hesitate to ask your questions in the chat box. There are several students studying A-levels and IGCSEs. Do you have special conditions for these type of students?
We do accept A-levels and IGCSEs. If you are taking A-levels, O-levels, we'll just have to see what you have. So oftentimes students that are taking advanced classes, and that also would include IB, AP, and so on, and O-levels, you may already get credit towards your degree at USF. So that is the advantage, right? So we are counting those advanced courses that you might be taking during your high school years. So that means that you would have less credits to complete towards your degree. Typical degree program in the US at the undergraduate level is 120 credits, which is divided by 4 years of study. So depending on what you're coming in, you may already have 5 or 10 credits and would need to only complete the remaining 110 or 115. Also, the tuition in the US is based on cost per credit. If you have fewer credits to complete, your cost of study would be less.
How is the situation at the moment? Do they take classes online or in campus?
Great question. So at the moment, we are offering classes in different modalities. So we have students who were not able to get their visas to come on campus, and they are studying completely online from home. We have students who were able and were lucky to get visas and come to campus, but those students do not attend 100% face-to-face classes those students still study in hybrid modality. So some of their classes, actually the majority of their classes are online, and there are a few classes that were offered as face-to-face on campus.